So you can listen to this practice wherever you find yourself today. You can be sitting down or laying down, or even like stretching if you're doing some morning yoga or evening yoga. If you're like just doing things around the house, hopefully wherever you hear the words, they'll still be beneficial to you in some way. And if you want to listen to this in a still position, you can just totally take your time arriving and let yourself move freely for the next minute or so and start to tune in with your spine, with your neck and shoulders, and just allow your body to move in whatever ways your body wants to. Maybe with some neck rolls, some cat-cows with the spine, some side body bends, or some torso twists. Or even just some rolls in the abdomen, just not worrying at all about what the movement looks like, but just coming fully into feeling and a sense of trust that your body knows the ways to move that will feel best for it right now. And no rush whatsoever. You can let yourself move as long as you want to move. But whenever you are feeling ready, you can let yourself come to a still position with the spine nice and straight. And if you're in a space where you feel safe to do so, at any point you can allow your eyes to gently close. And letting yourself mark your arrival to this practice today with a full and deep cleansing breath. As you take a long, slow inhale in through the nose, letting yourself fill up to every corner and edge of you, and then pausing for just a moment at the top to just feel that fullness. And as you need to, slowly letting that go. Slowly exhaling bit by bit. And just pushing that final bit of air out of you to truly empty yourself. And then pause to feel that emptiness. Letting your next breath come as it's needed. And you can breathe just like that for a few more rounds if that feels good for you. Just exaggerating the 4 parts of your breath. The inhale, the pause at the top of the inhale, the exhale, and the pause at the bottom of the exhale. Whenever you are feeling ready, you can release this guidance over your breath altogether and let yourself step into the role of the observer or the witness. And simply observe the 4 parts of your breath as they are. Releasing any sense of control over the rhythm of your breath. And just simply watching your body as it breathes in, slightly pauses, and then breathes out. Another slight pause to breathe back in. And just watching your breath just as you would watch the waves rolling up along the shoreline. Not trying to change anything about it. Just letting it come and letting it go. And it is perfectly okay if that feels like a difficult task for you today. Remembering that each and every time you show up to your own meditation practice, it will be different. We are constantly changing. And sometimes with a steady practice, we can start to have a lot of expectations. Because, if we do something more consistently, we have expectations with how it's gone. We have more examples of ways that it can go for us. So just noticing when those expectations pop up for you of thinking that you should be feeling a certain way, and just letting that go as you notice it, in the same breath letting it go. Exhaling a bit deeper, reminding yourself to show up as you are. And there is nothing that you need to change about yourself. The way that you are in this exact moment is the way you are meant to be in this exact moment. And if you could see yourself from the outside, maybe just starting to imagine what your body looks like right now in the space that you are in, what shape your body is in, how much space is around you, what expression, if any, is on the face. Just noticing what thoughts come to mind or what things stand out to you about the way you are right now. Maybe the shoulders are a bit curled or hunched. Maybe the heart is sort of hiding in that cave of the shoulders. Maybe the brow is furrowed. Maybe the jaw is tight. Maybe the hands are clenched. Maybe things entirely different. But regardless of your findings, with the way that you are in this moment, the way your body is being held, the way your body feels, you can just start to imagine that the opposite ends of your body are reaching in opposite directions. So the crown of your head and your sit bones, if you're sitting down, and the crown of your head and the soles of your feet, if you're laying down, are just feeling a sense of strength and flexibility. So you notice if you relax and breathe in, your body can get even longer. And letting the ends of your shoulders do the same thing, reach in opposite directions so you feel broadness across your collarbones. Your heart rests in between the shoulders in a more proud position. And then any expression that is on the face, with the next exhale, just letting it melt away. Letting your jaw be heavy. Therefore, releasing the tongue and the lips, the chin, the cheeks and the ears. Softening the nostrils, softening the eyes, the eyelids, the eyeballs themselves, and the eyebrows. And just letting your forehead be wide and deep. Releasing any remaining tension along the forehead and the hairline, trickling all the way back through the scalp. Releasing any tension down the neck, down the shoulders, the arms, into the hands. As you begin to bring more awareness into your hands. Maybe starting to feel that pulse that exists in both hands. And maybe also feeling the pulse that exists in both ears. Just remembering that there is a pulse running through both hands and both ears. And this pulse exists inside of your body. And you do have the ability to feel it. Once we become so still and aware. And just noticing if you can feel that right now. Knowing that it is perfectly okay if that feels difficult to do right now. And just becoming curious then. Becoming curious of if you can feel the pulse in both hands and the pulse in the ears. And I'm just starting to bring some awareness into your stomach. Just letting your stomach be a little bit softer. And as your body breathes in, you can welcome the breath to come deeper, to come into the stomach. And just start to soften all these muscles across your abdomen. And even if there is some sensations of pain in the stomach, just letting yourself sit with that. If there are sensations of pain anywhere in your body, fighting that urge to distract and look away from those areas of pain. And just challenging that notion and instead bringing all of your awareness to focus on that sensation. And sometimes we avoid this because it can feel so overwhelming that we might just get swallowed up by it. But oftentimes, some attention is all that the pain is asking for. And if anything needs some extra help, you can always place one or both hands on top of that area. And once again, just feel the pulsing of your hands. Remembering that the pulsing of your hands is the same energy that's pulsing into your heart. And your heart has the power to love, to feel, to heal, to express itself and, feed energy to all parts of your body. So just letting that energy from your heart, therefore from your hands, just naturally, without any of your doing, just naturally feed into any areas that need a bit extra love today. And noticing any resistance in those areas of pain. The tendency you might have to tighten up and kind of put up a wall. And once again, just letting yourself sit with that, letting yourself breathe into that, challenge that a little bit. And asking yourself or becoming curious of what would happen if you could release that wall for even just 1 second. If you could lean into the pain, even just for 1 second. Knowing that pain is not something that we will ever fully escape. There will always be some amount of pain and sorrow in our lives. And that is just another part of life. And sometimes with a healing practice, we can put a lot of pressure onto ourselves and onto our bodies to heal ourselves fully, to get rid of all ailments, to never get sick, like just these crazy expectations that ultimately aren't even what we want. Like if we had a life that was free of all pain and suffering, it'd probably get very boring very quickly. And part of life is healing. Healing is something that needs to be done and that will be done following times of suffering and pain. And the lessons that we can learn from our suffering and pain are irreplaceable. And learning to sit with that and to sit with uncomfortable sensations, to sit with painful sensations at times, can teach us so much about ourselves. Things that not one person outside of you will be able to tell you. Things that people might be able to hint to, a direction, but ultimately that understanding, that deep understanding of yourself, can only come from yourself and the physical experiences that you have and the physical sensations that you feel. And I think instead of having a goal be to heal fully or to get rid of all ailments or anything like that, instead letting the goal be to find enough moments of peace and joy and a pure sense of understanding and connection and love, that it makes all of the moments of pain and suffering worth it. Because you are determined to live, period. And if living requires some pain and suffering, then that is okay. Because life is also full of incredibly beautiful things, beautiful moments, beautiful feelings, and doing what you can do to create just a little bit more of those to come to a state of mind where you can see all of that beauty around you. And let the beauty be like little lifelines throughout your life to get you from one stage to the other. Little reminders of why we live, why we live through and grow from all of this pain. It is 4 moments of love, connection, beauty, of art and music and dancing, and just insert all good things here. So just taking a moment to again look at yourself, see yourself from the outside, and notice any expressions on the face or the shape your body is in. And just let yourself exhale fully and soften the face once again as you remind yourself that showing up for this practice is a beautiful thing. And just having a deep sense of gratitude for yourself, for the choice that you made to sit with the sensations in your body and the thoughts in your mind. And knowing that that is enough. That in itself is a beautiful thing. So if it feels like something you'd like to do today, you can tune back into the pulsing of your hands and just let that pulse find each other as the palms make contact, the fingers make contact, and the hands come to that prayer position at heart center. And your thumbs press toward your heart lifts back toward your thumbs. And taking a moment to tune into your pulse, your unique rhythm, your heartbeat in your hands, as you remind yourself of this power that you always have and you will always have. And taking one final deep breath into your body, letting yourself fill up to every corner and edge with fresh new air. And as you exhale, just letting go of anything that no longer serves you as you let your head gently bow. And just bowing to the source of energy that is allowing your heart to beat, whatever you believe that to be. Bowing to the constant source of guidance and inspiration all around you, whatever that means to you. And bowing to everyone in this space who has listened and completed this practice right alongside you. And finally bowing to yourself for choosing to show up today and taking the time out of your life for this pure act of self-love and self-care. May this act continue to heal you through the rest of your days and nights, and may you bring the same love and understanding to everything you do and everyone that you see.